Equilibrium constant of heterogeneous system. So what do you mean by heterogeneous system? If the reactants and products are in different state, then we say that it is heterogeneous system. Heterogeneous equilibria often involve pure solids or liquids, but the concentration of a pure solid or liquid is constant, that is independent of the amount present. So therefore we can simplify the equilibrium expression for the heterogeneous equilibria by taking the concentration of pure solids and liquids as unity. Example, equilibrium constant of the following heterogeneous equilibria. Here CaCO3 gaseous state on decomposing gives CaO solid and CO2 gaseous. So CaCO3 in solid state and CaO also in solid state. So what will be the concentration? Kc is equal to CO2. Why only we have taken CO2? Because this both are solid. What is Kp? Kp is equal to pCO2. Since CaCO3 is solid and CaO is solid, so both are taken as unity. One example, write this expression for the equilibrium constant Kc for each of the following. Here one reaction is given. NOCl in gaseous state, 2NOCl in gaseous state at equilibrium, 2NO gaseous plus Cl2 gaseous. So here this all the one are in gaseous state. So how we have to write this Kc for this given? Kc is equal to NO to the concentration 2 and Cl2 square bracket divided by NOCl to the power 2. So this is the way we have to write the Kc for this equation. Look at this next equation, CuNO3 twice. It is in solid state. CuO also in solid state. Only what is present, NO2 is present in gaseous state and oxygen is present in gaseous state. Then how to write the Kc for this given equation? So the Kc for the given equation is NO2 to the power whole plus into O2 square bracket. So NO2 to the power whole 4 into O2. What will be the Kc for this next reaction? Here it is in aqueous state, liquid state and aqueous state. So when we are writing this, the molar concentration of the pure solids are unity. So here liquids are present. So product divided by concentration of product divided by concentration of reactants. For the next equation, that is Fe3 plus 3OH gives FeOH thrice. So here FeOH thrice is present in solid state, remaining other two are in liquid state. So if you consider that as a unity, so 1 divided by Fe3 plus and OH minus to the power 3. Because FeOH3 for solid it is considered as 1. Next equation, I2 plus 5F2 gives 2IF5. So it is in gaseous state and I2 is in solid state. So IF5 to the power 2 divided by F2 to the power 5. So square bracket you have to write the coefficient as a power. So I2 is a solid. So this is the way you have to write this Kc. You have to find the Kc for the given equation. Another one more example. We know the relationship between Kp and Kc is equal to Kp is equal to Kc RT delta N. So what would be the value of delta N for the reaction? What is delta N? Delta N is the number of moles of product minus number of moles of reactants. difference between this product and reactants. Here the example is given. NH4Cl, it is in solid state, gives NH3 gaseous state plus HI. So NH4Cl this is HCl, not HI. This is HCl. So it is present in which state? Gaseous state. So NH4Cl on decomposing give NH3 plus HCl. So what is the relationship between Kp and AC? Kp is equal to Kc into RT delta Ng. Now we have to find out delta Ng, where delta Ng is the number of moles of gaseous product minus number of moles of gaseous reactant. Here how many gaseous products are there? Here one gaseous product, here another one, here's a gaseous product. In reactant side there is no gaseous product, only solid product is there. So here in the product side 2 are there, in reactant side nothing is there. So delta Ng is equal to 2 minus 0, that is equal to 2. So what is the delta Ng for this given equation? That is 2. Next example, NOCl is in gaseous state, gives 2NO gaseous state plus Cl2. The value of the equilibrium constant Kc is given, that is 3.17 into 10 to the power minus 6 at 1069 Kelvin. So you have to calculate Kp for the reaction at this temperature. So what is the formula? Kp is equal to Kc RT delta Ng. So delta Ng, how to calculate delta Ng? Product minus reactants. Solid product we should not consider. So 2 plus 1, that is 3 minus 2. So 2 plus 1 minus 2, that is equal to 1. So what is the Kp? Kp is given. So Kp you have to calculate. Look at here. They have given the value of equilibrium constant Kc they have given. So Kp you have to substitute this Kc RT delta Ng. So substitute this 3.75 into 10 to the power minus 6. RT, what is the value of R? R is equal to 0.0831 and T they have given, that is in Kelvin 1069. So substitute as it is. Here delta Ng is 1, so that we are not including delta Ng. So finally the answer is 3.33 into 10 to the power minus 4. Next one, units of equilibrium constant. The unit of Kp and Kc also depend upon the value of delta Ng. If the number of moles of reactants and products are equal, that is delta Ng equal to 0. Example, 2NO gaseous state gives N2 plus O2. 2NO on equilibrium it gives N2 plus O2. Then Kp as well as Kc have no unit. Kp and as Kc does not have any unit. If the reaction proceed with increase or decrease in number of moles, if a reaction proceed with increase or decrease in number of moles, then unit of Kp is atmosphere delta Ng and unit of Kc is mole per liter delta Ng. So if the reaction proceed with increasing or decreasing the number of moles, then unit of Kp is atmosphere delta Ng, unit of Kc is mole per liter delta Ng. So applications of equilibrium constant. So in predicting the extent of the reactions on the basis of magnitude, predicting the direction of the reactions, and calculating the equilibrium concentration and pressure. How to predict the extent of the reaction? How to predict the extent of the reaction? That means what will be this, in which way it goes. That shows that extent. So numerical value of the equilibrium constant help us to predict the extent of reaction. If the value of K is greater than 10 to the power 3, products predominates. That is, reaction go nearly completion. If the value of K is less than 10 to the power of minus 3, reactant predominance, that is, the reaction occurs rarely if it is in between 10 to the power 3 to 10 to the power minus 3. Considerable amount of both reactant and products are present. So the above generalization shows that Kc between 10 to the power 3 to 10 to the power minus 3, both reactants and products are present in equilibrium. In this level, both reactants and products are present in equilibrium level. Above 10 to the power 3, the reaction proceed almost to complete. So below 10 to the power minus 3, reaction hardly proceed. Rarely reaction may occur. If it is about 10 to the power 3, reaction proceed almost to complete. Mostly the reaction is going to complete. So higher the value of Kc shows the reaction will go in the forward direction and the products are more stable than the reactants. Predicting the direction of the reaction. So first we have seen the predicting the extent of a reaction. How to predict the extent of a reaction? If the value of Kc is greater than 10 to the power 3, the products predominate, that is reaction go nearly completion. Reactions will be getting completed. If the value of K is less than 10 to the power minus 3, then we say that reactions occurs rarely. So if it is between 10 to the 3 and 10 to the power minus 3, it was at equilibrium. That means both reactants and products are at equilibrium. Next, predicting the direction of the reactions. How to predict the direction of the reactions? Equilibrium constant is also useful for predicting the direction in which reaction will progress. Reaction will progress at any stage. For the new term, reaction coefficient is introduced. So here only we are introducing the new term, that is reaction coefficient. Reaction quotient. So reaction quotient is introduced. Reaction quotient is the ratio of the molar concentration, partial pressure of the product species to that of the reactant species. So reaction quotient is the ratio of the molar concentration, partial pressure of the product species to that of reactant species at any stage in the reaction, not necessarily at equilibrium. For example, AB gives CD. What the quotient of concentration? That is ratio between product and reactants. So reaction quotient Q is denoted as Q or Q, or depending upon whether the concentration is taken in terms of mole per liter or partial pressure respectively. With the help of reaction quotient, we can predict the direction of the reaction. Look at this, quotient F, quotient C. What is quotient C? Concentration of a reaction coefficient, that is equal to Kc, or Qp is equal to Kp. The reaction is in equilibrium, that is no net reaction occurs. Kc or Qp, Kc or Qp, so Qc is equal to Kc or Qp is equal to K when the reaction is in equilibrium. When coefficient is equal to Kc or coefficient is equal to Kp, then reaction is at equilibrium. No net reaction takes place. Qc, quotient concentration, is more than Kc, or Qp is greater than Kp, then the reaction moves from right to left, that is in backward reactions or in the direction of reactants. So if this equilibrium reaction is move towards backward direction, then we say that it is in direction of the reactants. So Qc greater than Kc or Qp greater than K. If Qc is less than Kc or Qp is less than Kp, the reaction moves from left to right, that is forward direction or in the direction of product.